In my last video, I discussed how we got to a point where a stroke of a pen can cause economic chaos. Today, I would like to focus on what I see as the likeliest outcome of the new administration's executive orders. We are already seeing immigrants not showing up to work on farms due to fear of being arrested and deported by ICE. In California, this is a high point of the citrus season. There are already crops that are being left to rot in the fields. On Tuesday, January 21st, about 25% of the workers didn't show up for their agricultural jobs. By Wednesday, January 22nd, that percent climbed to 75%. And this isn't just affecting California. This is a nationwide issue. With no one willing to step up and fill in those ranks, a lot of that agriculture will go to waste. This will in turn increase the scarcity and raise costs to consumers across the board. Our economy is so dependent on migrant and seasonal workers to keep these costs down that it only took the threat of deportation to have a potentially extreme impact on the economy. You might argue that we can just import most of those items from other countries. We can get oranges from places other than California and Florida, right? Sure we can. And then we must cover the costs of the tariffs Trump plans to impose on all imports starting as soon as February 1st. That's an additional 25% that will be passed on to the consumers, not including the added opportunity to tack on profitability at each point of the supply chain. Something we're already seeing in the current inflationary state we are in, as we should all understand it's not a real inflation. If corporations are racking up record profits, it's just price gouging. Expect the cost of those imports to spike by noticeably more than 25%. So how does this affect you? As a consumer, this will mean either scarce or expensive healthy food options. It will mean using unhealthy and overprocessed options that pass as food to feed yourself and your family, which could lead to an increase in the rate of health-related expenses later on. It could lead to choosing to not pay other important expenses because you need the funds to cover basic survival if you are below a yet-to-determined income level. Factor in the executive order that Medicare and Medicaid can no longer set price limits on life-saving drugs, and you now have the potential for millions of people having to choose to pay for their medications and starve, or pay for their food and die early from conditions that were easily mitigated by the now overpriced drugs. There is also the potential for massive layoffs. If there is no food to sell or process, then corporations are not going to pay people just to stand around all day. No, they have profits to protect. Expect all the unemployment claims to impact the national debt, since there is no way for most states to absorb so many claims. We know this from the pandemic, when people had a long wait to receive any benefits after being displaced from jobs due to the lockdowns and social distancing. Many states couldn't keep up with the volume, and in many cases, the states didn't even have the tax revenue to cover all the claims. The rhetoric will still be that the immigrants took all the jobs, because that keeps everyone's anger focused on the wrong people. Meanwhile, the U.S. economy is pushed even closer to a potential collapse, which in turn could drive other countries to consider becoming BRICS nations. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, the 5 founding countries. More countries who choose this option will help stabilize the alliance and create an opportunity to present a new currency that can challenge and devalue the dollar. It can be argued that all of the policies and executive orders have the potential to push the U.S. economy into a self-inflicted economic collapse. The nationalism and prejudices of a significant number of the last election's voters is going to come back and cost all of us far more than we expected. Please like and subscribe for more of these videos. If you have a topic you would like to spotlight, leave a comment and any relevant links.